Hey, thanks for coming back to Ryan Keough Show, Episode 3. Really appreciate having you here. I want to talk a little bit about our first two episodes. We received very well. A lot of people liked them. In fact, a lot of people commented about how much they liked them. Here are just a few of the comments. Man, Japan is nuts, comments CX Imran. I am actually one of those witches that Kyle was talking about. Thank you, Kyle, for being so honest, comments Lizard Princess. Keely Stevens tweets, I think you typed the link wrong when you sent it to me. There's a lot of positive feedback. And we're going to keep it rolling. Episode 3 starts now. Folks, I am a wonderful host of not only my show, but of company to my home. I invited over all the cast and crew, and I made them a lasagna, and here's what we have left of it. It was a delicious lasagna. Everybody ate and they were full, but we have a little left over. And if you're like me, you really want to save this, you want to preserve this, you want to eat it later. So, to help me out with this, I've brought along my friend, food preservation specialist, Mr. Ryan Sinapius. Ryan, thank you so much for coming out and helping me out with this.
No
now,
problem.
I have this lasagna, and I would like to preserve it.
That's a good
and
question.
Normally, I would just take this food wrap and...
Stop right there. What are you doing? Let me take control. I'll show you how to do it. What I do is called reverse cooking.
Lasagna.
The saran wrap. Get out of here. First step. Gotta set up. Gotta set up.
It's, do you need any utensils or anything? Or?
You're a
Lasagna.
fucking idiot. Just gotta make sure you get enough plates on the table.
That is a lot of plates.
Don't need utensils.
Do you need that many plates? Or?
Alright. So the first step, now that we're set up completely, this is the best setup, the most optimum setup that we can have. First step, you gotta start with cheese.
Okay.
So just get in here, see, just take it off. Just take off the cheese. You see that? See how we did that?
Okay, that's
Put the
good.
cheese on a plate.
Okay, that's step one.
Next step, noodles.
Right.
Noodles on a plate.
Okay.
Now this is the tricky part, guys. So how do we get the sauce off the pasta?
That's a good question.
So you just take it. You just take it and you just
paper
wipe
towels.
it.
I don't have paper towels.
You just wipe it with your hand.
Can I do one?
Yeah, you try. There you
Okay.
go. Let's see you fail.
How am I doing?
Yeah, you're failing.
Well, I'm doing the same thing that you did.
So now you take the cheese and you also wipe it. You just keep on wiping.
How clean do I need to get these noodles?
A little more cleaner than that. So the next step, advanced step. You see this sauce? It's left on
That's
here.
a lot of sauce.
I can't. Just lick it. Just lick it off. Keep on licking. See that? That's so much better right now. You're good at licking. I see that.
That's a lot cleaner.
Next step, see this meat?
Yeah, that's a
You
lot
just
of...
take the meat and you put it somewhere else. Meat goes here. Hey guys, hey meat, come over here with me.
This is...
And then you just walk
Now,
away. And then you just walk away.
Where are you going with that?
Oh hey!
That was...
You did it! And now you have preserved food. Just like that.
I'd like to thank Mr. Ryan Sinapius, food preservation specialist, for coming out and helping me preserve my lasagna. I can now enjoy that later. And we can carry on with the show. And tonight, I have a treat for you. Very special guest tonight. He is a man of many talents, many abilities, and some great stories. We're going to be interviewing Eric Mill tonight. So why don't you guys join me over at TRKS Studio. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for sticking around and watching episode 3 of the Ryan Keough Show. My guest for you tonight, very exciting individual, very important individual, a man of many tastes, languages, knowledge, and beautiful things, Mr. Eric Mill.
Hey, it's good to be here.
Thank you for coming out, Eric. Thank you. Welcome to my show. It is good to see you again. I haven't seen you in so long. It is good to catch up.
It's been years.
It actually has been years. That's not even an exaggeration. What have you been doing these past few years?
I've been all over the place. You know, I lived in Boston here for a little while that we didn't overlap, and then I went to New York City for about a year and a half. Worked there in Soho and lived in Brooklyn, and now I'm in D.C. Been there for almost 2 years.
That's fantastic. Whereabouts? You live in an apartment down there? You live in...
I have a one-bedroom in DuPont Circle. It's
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a little north of the White House.
Wow, very nice. Living at the White House. Neighbors with the president. Told you this guy's important.
We touch. We try to touch each other each day.
Good. That's a good touching the president. All right, we're starting off on the right foot. What are you working on down there in DC? What are you?
I work for a nonprofit called Sunlight Foundation. We do open government work, transparency issues. I build a lot of websites and mobile apps and tools and data services and stuff.
What any particular projects you want to mention? Tell our folks about.
You can go and Google the Sunlight Foundation and see all the stuff we do. I've been doing a lot of Android work for them lately.
Nice.
Some Congress apps and stuff. Yeah.
Android. Is the president an android?
It is not clear at this time. It is clear that he was manufactured or born in Hawaii, but it's not clear what factory or womb he came from.
There are a lot of people who would yell in the middle of Congress that say he was not manufactured in Hawaii. How would you respond?
I'd say that the facts are still out and that we deserve to give the benefit of the doubt to a great man/droid.
Good. I'm glad we're very respectful here. We can respect the Mandroid, and I don't think it matters where it came from, quite honestly. There are factories all over the world that make great products. Most of the greatest things that I use on a day-to-day basis are made in China.
Yeah.
A lot of my Happy Meal toys are made in China, and quite honestly...
Yeah, then if it turns out that Obama was manufactured in China, then, that would just be on par with the rest of the things.
Yeah, that's a very efficient place to make things.
Sure, we got a good tariff out of it.
Right, I bet we did. What now? You said you're working on some Android apps. What specifically does the Sunlight Foundation really focus on? Like, what is the driving force behind this organization?
Well, the organization, there's a few things, but we take a big look at influence and trying to poke out where there might be corruption. We try to draw a lot of links between money as it flows in and out of the system. Stuff that people have been looking at for a while. But we try to take a data-centric approach to it. So not only do we advocate for more data to get out there, but we try to use it, and we have reporters on staff that try to set a great example and do awesome reporting of how to look at it. And also, in general, we just try to increase civic participation, increase awareness of what's going on, and try to motivate people to care about the same things we do, and just demand that their government be more open in their dealings.
That's great. Now, have you guys come up with anything or found anything that was brutally, ridiculously out of control that you guys have seen, or besides everything? Have you seen a one specific piece of anything that you've particularly found exciting?
Well, we proved only about 30 seconds ago that Obama was an android.
Right, we just did that now.
Question,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, it flashed on my Twitter screen on my wrist. So
damn it, so slow.
I just figured I'd let you know since you asked.
Thank you.
We did some good reporting during the healthcare debate. There was a lot of deals being made between Big Pharma and the Obama administration to try to avoid a repeat of a lot of the things that happened in '93. Where there's just a huge wave of negative advertising that turned the public against the efforts, and so we looked at what was going on there, and that got a lot of attention. And in general, our stuff, our name is out there. People tend to know who we are.
That's excellent. That's good stuff. I'm glad to see you're doing good work. Now, when last our lives crossed paths, you were climbing on a lot of things. Are you still up to that? You still climbing things?
I dabble in climbing. There's an awesome gym, which I will happily call out, called Primal Fitness in Washington, D.C. I think they also have one in Miami and possibly Denver. But they started in D.C., and they're the only formal gym that has a formal parkour program. And there really are no machines or anything to speak of in this gym. It's like an old firehouse. It's really just dudes and the occasional dudette being really intense, and lifting things, lifting themselves, climbing up things, and it was a lot of fun. And it was not like a jock gym at all. It was totally run by a bunch of nerds who were also super into being fit, and they're just doing a lot of fun stuff. So
that's awesome. So you did parkour for a while.
Yeah.
How'd you get into that? Because I'm pretty curious. I like climbing on things, jumping on things.
Well, I was climbing on some things one day, and my friends pointed out that I might want to formalize it. Just walking around down the street, was jumping off some brick, and my girlfriend at the time and a friend of mine pointed out that maybe I should do something.
You were pretty good at it. You should take your talents.
Take them on the road.
Take them on the road and display them for other people. Don't hide your light in a bushel basket.
Yeah,
shine it.
It's you know, it wasn't like living a James Bond movie or anything doing this program, but it was the best shape I've ever been in.
That's awesome. It's good to stay fit. Now, at any point in your parkour, did you run past Al Roker?
He is actually a lightning fast individual. You would be shocked by what he is capable of climbing. And when he's not capable of climbing it, you'd be maybe not surprised at what he's capable of demolishing in his way to get through.
No, I actually firsthand saw it this past weekend, or whenever you watched this show, a few weekends ago. I actually beat Al Roker in a half marathon.
Oh, that's interesting.
Received a gold medal for it.
Congratulations.
Thank you. That's my big claim to fame now, is that I beat Al Roker.
Yeah, no, I saw that on the New York Times, I think only a few weeks ago.
That was a big headline story. It was we had a rivalry brewing is what it was, and I put him to shame.
Mine got a lot less attention, but I also, this is only a couple weeks ago, I beat Al Roker.
Beat him, physically. All right. I hope this was after the marathon, otherwise he has an excuse to fall back on for why he lost to me.
Yeah.
All right, man. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Oh, absolutely.
But I would like to introduce now to our fans, to our viewers, to our loyal followers, a new segment on this show called...
I'm very excited about this.
Is It Christmas?
Oh, okay. I thought we were talking about a different segment.
Is it Christmas?
I'm also excited about this. No.
It is not Christmas, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, if you go to, what is the website? www.isitchristmas.com.
Right.
You can find out that right now it is not Christmas, and you can thank this man for your ability to know when it is and is not Christmas. When did this idea come about? When did you decide to let everyone know?
This was in the fall of '07. You know, every man has but a small window of time to make their mark on the world, and it was all I really could do to bring myself to just put a flag in the sand and help my country.
I appreciate what you've done, and not only you're the country, you are now helping the world. Can you tell us where else can we find, what other languages can we find isitchristmas.com?
It's available in all the languages you'll find in stores worldwide.
All right, good. I like to purchase my languages at a plethora of language stores, so hopefully I will be able to find www.isitchristmas.com.
Yeah. And if you find a language we're missing that our competitors handle, just tell us and we'll match it.
I will let you know. Is it Kwanzaa not as popular a site?
Not as popular.
Not as popular.
I still respect what they're doing.
I do too. You know, Diwali was a big holiday that we celebrated here on the
I'm actually not familiar with Diwali.
I still am not. But I was tutored a little bit on the subject last week. If you missed that episode, please check out Ryan Keough Show episode 2. Where we handle Diwali. We talk about a lot of things.
But it's not a word that you're making up.
No, Diwali is a real thing. It's a real holiday. And that's all I can tell you about it.
Okay.
So now I think we're going to get to a segment you are actually really excited about. This is the lightning round, or as I like to call it, the electroplasma dispersion round, because I'm a scientist. All right, we're going to ask you a lot of questions here, rapid fire, right at you. I need some quick answers here. We're going to bang, 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 bang.
Right.
That's what it sounds like.
Not with a gun.
Not with, well, surprise. All right. Who invented lightning?
Mr. Lightning.
How do you make ball lightning? If Lightning from Final Fantasy XIII was a real person, would you do her?
Past tense, 5 times.
Why do we call it lightning?
I believe it's been shown to have a weight loss effect on its victims.
What's your favorite kind of lightning?
Canadian lightning.
Oh, well, that answers my next question of do they have lightning in Canada?
Mounted.
Mounted. All right. Well, thank you for coming out to my show. Enjoyed having you on the lightning round.
Pleasure to be here.
Ladies and gentlemen, episode 3 in the books. That didn't go anywhere near the camera. I am terrible at throwing things.